God doesn't withhold the truth from anyone. The problem is people aren't asking the right questions. And more directly, the more fundamental problem is people aren't interested in the right questions. And if the question hasn't arisen genuinely inside your heart, you definitely aren't a match to the answer. Said in an older world way, you just aren't worthy of the answer. There's a lot of traditions in which there are initiates or priests or whatever the holders of the knowledge were called in each tradition. Those were the ones deemed worthy of the answer. But that's bullshit. Everybody's worthy of the answer. The problem is you have to ask the right questions of yourself, not of other people, of yourself. That's why I say the question has to arise earnestly in your heart. Who am I? What am I doing here? What is this for? Is there a greater purpose? But even more than purpose and your experience in and of the world is, as what are you experiencing the world, and as what are you even experiencing yourself? These might sound like really crazy, far out questions that you might say could never have a satisfying answer. But those are just the people that are too scared to ask the question that would ever say that. Just some Palo Santo. We're past the time of initiates. It's time for everybody to ask the real fucking question. Who am I? There's enough suffering in the world. This question's for everybody. This question's for everybody because the answer will be met with the earnesty in your heart that you ask the question. And the effect of that is what's been called self-realization or enlightenment. And that probably sounds like either an unattainable accomplishment or something that, who cares? What will that do for me in the world? What can enlightenment do for me? Well, the truth is, enlightenment doesn't do much for the small ego identity self other than make it more transparent. enlightenment is an incremental thing. I guess you could say, you could hold off enlightenment for the definition of self-realization in the fullest sense, God realizing itself in you, you looking at your own reflection and seeing only God, also seeing the reflection of everything, literally everything, as a refraction of the infinite one. I use the word refraction because light refracts. It's not that God ever became separated into individuated identities as you, I, that wall, and that wall. There's never a separation. And that sounds like a concept until you get to those later stages of enlightenment. The earlier stages are worth it too, though. And the earlier stages begin to deliver freedom, a more expansive sense of freedom, and a more causeless experience of joy. Joy no longer is seen as derived from you obtaining objects or goals. Joy becomes an upwelling. There's like a wellspring inside you, of which joy is just the natural trickle. Inevitably, in the right season or ripeness of your realization, becoming a flow. A steady flow from the divine to your individuated refraction of the singular one. You deserve this. Not just the initiated, not just the priests. The saints are those who asked the real questions. Who am I? If this question has arisen earnestly in your heart, then I am very excited for you. I know what it's brought me, and I know what it'll bring you. It's time. It's your time. I'll meet you there.